All right.
Hey guys, it's Jamie Ray. I am live here with Zeb's mom. Hi. Say hi, Mom.
This is my mom. Her name is Doreen. She's amazing, very pretty. That's where I get all my good looks from.
Be nice. Doreen has never been on. Have you been on camera before?
I'm gonna move the camera up a little closer. We got room.
Except for family films, I don't think she's ever been on camera. She's definitely not been on YouTube Live before. Zeb's mom is the reason that I can even cook. Don't tell my mom I said that. But it's true. Yeah. I came into this marriage with some pretty poor homemaking skills, except for cleaning.
I can clean.
I thought that was on Martha Stewart's fault.
Do we get any comments or anything? Can you guys hear us okay? We're using a separate mic, so trying something new out.
Can't hear
It's
anything.
not playing.
Can't hear anything? Is it not going?
I got no video either. Hold on.
Technical difficulties, as
How do you
always,
get it to play here?
with our live.
It says it's waiting for you.
It says waiting.
But we're here.
Go to our channel.
You got a pretty face.
It says there's a bunch of people watching,
21
so
people are watching. 19
we're
people
good.
are watching.
Anyway,
Oh, Mariah says, hey!
okay, so people can hear us
Hey,
and see us.
Mariah.
We're gonna get on with this. My mom popped her little buns out of the truck and went and got permission from a farmer and brought us a bunch of cotton from Texas.
If you guys follow me on Instagram, you saw my father-in-law has a flatbed truck and it was just covered in cotton. This is the cotton that we're working on, but we have a giant box full of cotton, so I will be making wreaths and all kinds of things. Mariah says maybe she should get her cotton out while she's watching. Mariah, my sister-in-law, Mariah Ray is on here. She's watching, and she has cotton too. She got some from this pick and trip. My mother-in-law's a trooper. She brought me cotton this time. They brought oak for Zeb, and they brought me peacock feathers. I don't know what I'm doing with the peacock feathers yet, but it's going to be
You
good.
said you wanted them.
I knew. I just knew that I wanted them. Cheryl says they don't get cotton here in Minnesota. Cheryl, I don't think cotton grows here in Utah either. Thank goodness we
No.
got family in Texas, and there's lots of cotton in Texas.
You could always, we have a video on how to
No
make
sound.
your own cotton stems, so
You talk, I'm going to go help Dad.
I think people can hear.
Yeah,
My
people
dad's
are
complaining that there's no sound. Can you guys hear? Everybody can hear? Yes? Okay.
I don't know why you can't hear me.
Hey, Lily. So, I've got this cotton stem, and it's not looking super great. It's kind of wobbly. So we're gonna take the hot glue gun. It didn't make the drive. It's 23 hours from driving from my house to my parents' house. So they're troopers to bring me this lumber that I needed for a table build that I'm starting next week.
Let me pipe in real quick. Lisa said that she was excited. She's excited to try the water vinegar solution. She watched that video. And
That's awesome, because it does make it crackle pretty good.
yeah, it's pretty exciting, and Cheryl said she can't wait to try. It was really fun. Just be careful. I got a little crazy, and it kind of all came off. So, because it kind of separates the paint, so just be cautious with it. But it was way fun. I got a really great technique from it.
So I've got this one that I glued up right before, because obviously the cotton stems come looking like this and they're all separate. And I made it real fluffy. I'm gonna try to make like a little bouquet out of it, because you always get the cotton stems all billowing out. I just want like a bouquet right here. Jamie's making fun of me because I'm like, man, I need a video tonight. What are we gonna do? I'm like, my mom brought me a bunch of cotton. We're gonna make cotton bouquets.
Zeb looked it up on Pinterest.
That's right.
It's fluffy.
I think
Hey,
I'm wearing off on
I'm dedicated to you guys. 5 videos a week. We're making it happen. Even though the other video just went up like 4 hours ago.
Okay, so while you're doing that, Heather Reeves said,
It's almost over.
Heather Reeves said, off the subject, but wonder if you have ever made your I can't even talk it. Have you ever done homemade chalk paint, pros and cons? So I've only done it a couple of times. I failed miserably. It got too thick. I've heard people, they get the right consistency and they love it. But, hey, Dad, turn your phone off. We can
Old
hear
guy
you.
over there, you gotta turn your sound off.
Anyways, I have never been successful with it because I sell furniture professionally. I just feel like I have to use a high quality paint that gives me consistent results. And so that's why I use the paint that I do, because I want to know that when I send a piece off into the world, it'll look great. I'm not saying you can't make your own chalk paint. I'm just saying, even me, the lady who DIYs everything, my homemade chalk paint was not super great. I do know that Lily is on here, and she has made her own homemade chalk paint, and I think she's had some pretty decent results. So Lily would be a good one to ask.
So some of these, they've got little leaves and stuff because, I mean, this is raw cotton straight out of the field. So you might have to pick it off if you're fortunate enough to have a field. If you get your cotton from wherever.
Watch out for bugs. That happens. Man.
But so I'm keeping the stems short, about 4 to 5 inches, so they don't go to the bottom because I want them to float. My mom here, she looks like she's going for a full-blown regular cotton stem. She wants them big. I'm going for little fluffy, like hold in your hand bouquet.
You're gonna
So
walk
I'm just-
down the aisle with a dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun.
Yep, it's happening.
Jamie,
You know,
see,
I have 2 daughters. I gotta practice
Mom,
this
it
stuff.
says Jed, although his name is Zeb, we'll let it slide. It says Jed's mom looks more like she could be his sister.
Oh, sweet.
She does look pretty good. She'll probably get mad at me if I tell you how old she really is.
She can do everything, just so you know. When I married Zeb, I was like, your mother can make soap, tan leather, go hunting, can food. She taught me all kinds of homemaking skills, some that I don't really use much anymore.
Or me.
It's okay. It's okay, Lisa. Zeb, Zed, Jeff, we call him whatever. You know what I
You
call
know, I
Zeb,
worked-
what do I call you?
What name do you, what are you looking for?
No, what name do I call you? George.
Oh yeah, she calls me George.
I call him George.
That's what her mom calls her dad when he's in trouble, so I get George a lot.
No, but I call all my boys George because I can never remember their names. So I just say George, and then it works for all of them. 4 men in my life, actually 5 if you include my dad, they all go by George.
So, like I was saying, I got 2 daughters, and you know, I'm gonna do an awesome wedding on the cheap. That's the way we roll here. We DIY everything. So I gotta get my wedding skills up to par so that I can not break that bank.
It's still gonna cost you a little bit.
I'm sure it will.
His sister-in-law Mariah, who if you guys watched our last live where we did flowers, everything that I don't know how to do, Mariah can do, and she does like wedding cakes and flowers, and she can sew. So I think our powers combined, we could put on a pretty rockin' wedding.
Where are you tonight, Mariah? We need some flower arranging here.
Let's see, we've got some questions.
You're just looking pretty good.
Heather Reeve said, how did you start
And
selling
to go
before you had a retail
This-
space?
this way.
I sold on my Facebook, my Instagram, way back when I used to sell at consignment stores, but I don't recommend that because they take half. And then Facebook Marketplace is great. And then also like in Utah, I don't know if it's everywhere, but in Utah, there are a ton of yard sale pages on Facebook. Apples in my face.
I know, sorry. I was trying not to, but I gotta get more cotton.
And also, there's also pages called Got Good Bones, and they're like all over the country. My friend Joanna runs it. And so you can sell on Got Good Bones. Craigslist might be a good way. Sometimes you get creepers, so be careful with that one. Here in Utah, we have KSL. That's pretty decent. But if somebody sends you a message after you've been on Craigslist and it says, I will send you a check for $5,000, even though the item's $300, you can keep the difference. And then I'll send my people to come pick it up. And don't do it. It's a scam. Just saying.
So I had this long stem, and this one was all floppy. So I'm just gonna glue it here.
Somebody says, is it actually Jed, Jeb, Zed, or it's actually Zeb, Z-E-B.
My full name is Zebulon. Zebulon.
And if you want to know where Zebulon comes
This
from,
woman here did that to me almost 36 years ago.
Zebulon is one of the 12 tribes of Israel, and it's in the Bible. Just in case you want to look it up.
I
That's what
did
it is.
ask him when he was in high school if he liked it. I love my
Yeah,
name.
so but
I've
Zeb,
always liked it. It's always been good. It's been a good fit.
he goes by Zeb, Z-E-B. So, but you can call him anything, he'll respond.
When I worked retail sales, people couldn't believe that my name was Zeb, so they just automatically called me Steve over the phone. So, you know.
Oh, so Heather was just asking if it's worth it to have a retail space. So if you can get a retail space where the monthly amount doesn't exceed what it would cost you for a storage unit, and you're in like the 15 to 20% rate paying to the store, I would say that's pretty good. My space that I have here, I'm at a 15% is what I pay the store off of every sale, and then the amount I pay per month is probably less than I would pay for a storage unit. I also, though, I get a good deal because I do a ton of promoting on my social media, so I help bring people into the store. So my store owner gets the benefit of people coming in, and I get the benefit of selling. All right, somebody thought it was Zebediah.
I get that too. I answer to lots of names. It's cool.
My dad didn't know his name for 10 years. It was
Her
Zebedee.
dad still calls me weird names. We've been married for 16 years. I got a 15-year-old in the basement playing video games. Her dad still calls me weird names.
We've been together 18 years, but yeah, he still messes things up. Let's see. Mariah says spelled it out for us. That's good. Let's see if we have any other questions. 37 South says they're a new sub. His wife loves our channel. They restore furniture also.
Awesome.
Starting up a YouTube channel. Hey, let us know when you start up your YouTube channel so we can watch you.
Yep.
Lily Tucker wants to know, are these real cotton branches?
These are real. These are straight out of the field.
I went picking cotton.
Look at this. Here, let me get you a good close-up.
So Heather, I would say that $100 a month for an 8x10 and 10% is a pretty good price. The thing that you have to keep in mind, and what I do with my retail space, is that I'm constantly turning over stuff. So you want to have big items and small, so that way you're making the most of your space. You want to advertise the heck out of it. Do live videos like Facebook Live. Works really well for me. I sell a ton from that. And good job, Zeb. But really promote it because you want to sell that stuff quickly. And the best part about having a retail space is you're not dealing with selling. You're not having to deal directly with the buyer coming in. They just have somewhere else they can go. It keeps them out of your house.
So I've got this to the fluffy level that I'm looking for. And now I got to figure out how to tie it together and get it down into here so that it looks like a bouquet of cotton.
Somebody asked how long cotton will last like this. Forever. This is already dry. This is done. It's not
Yeah,
gonna
I don't
dry.
think it really changes from this. Oh, my
Okay,
dad's
here.
got a picture of the field. He's going to see if Jamie will see if it'll record.
Now here's the thing. It's a
Here, get it
broken
close.
screen. So can
Get
you
it
see my
close.
mother-in-law? This is my cute mother-in-law with a big floppy hat in the field of cotton.
I'm
They
in
got
the south.
permission to pick it first, so
Yeah.
you know.
Always ask permission.
Don't go stealing it in the middle
Yeah,
of
we're
the
not
night.
promoting the stealing of cotton. We asked the field owner
They
first.
make money
Okay,
out of
I
this.
need, so I just got some hemp string here. Can you get me a little bit of hemp cut there?
Yeah.
And
How long do you need?
I need to be able to tie this up so that it stays together.
Like this long?
I kind of could
Sure.
use that myself, just a little to.
Just a little
Hold it together.
support.
All right, you're doing good over there, Mom.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to give you a jug, but not right this second.
All right.
Thank you.
So I'm just gonna tie a little loop to keep these together tight.
Heather, I'm glad we've inspired you. Go for it. You know, start out doing a few things and learn kind of what sells in your area and just keep going. We're hoping to do some more videos. I don't know if you've watched our flipping furniture, how to make money flipping furniture. And then today we did, I don't know if you guys saw the video we put up today with the flooring for your pictures. We're hoping to do more videos like that to help people that are in the business grow their business and earn more money. I know there's a lot of services out there that charge, but we're hoping with YouTube, it gives us the option to share information. We're getting money from ad revenue, and then we're also giving you great content for free.
All right, so you could probably go a lot bigger than
Heather
this.
says she's seen all our videos, thanks.
Sweet.
Lisa says we're cute together. You should have seen us while we were filming together. My mother-in-law was laughing because she's like, this is what it's like behind the scenes. I'm like, yeah, especially on Saturday. When
Kids were coming in and out, and we were, hey, shh, shh, and Jack wouldn't be quiet. He was just jabbering.
He was not super nice to Jack. He got in trouble.
So that's, here, let me come around.
Come around, okay.
This is all I'm going for. It's a super complex hard craft tonight, but just a jar of cotton to make it look like a bouquet instead of my mom. You can see hers is big and fluffy, kind of traditional. And I don't know if you can see it way up high. Let me grab it down. Jamie's got a bunch of cotton up
While
there.
you do that, Jessica asked if you can get a chippy look with just milk paint or can you do with chalk paint. You can get, with milk paint, it's a different kind of chippy, but you can definitely get chippy with chalk paint. I just did a video a few days ago. I did a mint cabinet.
I have to go around.
Hold on, I'm
this.
answering a question. It's there's a chippy video that just went up, and then also look on our channel. We have another chippy video where we used Vaseline. So there's definitely ways to get a chippy look with chalk paint. The thing about getting chippy with chalk paint, you have a little bit more control. Milk paint just kind of does its own thing. I love both paints, and I play with them equally and get different looks. So you definitely can get chippy with chalk paint.
All right, so this is cotton that was purchased from Hobby Lobby. You got this? Craft stores sell it a lot. You can get it from pretty much any craft store.
You can
Joann's,
also purchase
Michael's.
it at JamieRayVintage.com. This
We
cotton.
sell this all together. So anyway,
So if you don't want to
this
make
is
your
what
own.
this looks like. If you're wondering what real cotton looks like versus like manufactured stems.
Yeah, this is the manufactured that we sell on our website, and this is what the real cotton looks like.
So, and then my mom's, you can see her blossom here. Look at the size of that thing compared to like these. That thing is just, it's like it blew up. It's on steroids.
Somebody said, why not make a small wreath? I've done, what's really cute to do with cotton, I made like a small wreath on those grapevine wreaths and put it on a tobacco basket, and that was really darling. And I also made a giant cotton wreath, and I took it to a market, and it sold in like 3 seconds.
Yep, they're popular.
Heather, my website is Shopify. They're amazing. Every day I'm learning new ways to make Shopify even more amazing. I'm kind of a nerd. When I find out new things that Shopify does, I run to them like, look what Shopify
She just
do.
downloaded a new app that Shopify has, and she ran in here today after getting Jack to bed tonight, and she's like, can you believe it does this?
Oh, hi Carter. My nephew Carter's watching. He thinks we can see him, so he's saying hi
Hey,
to
what's
us.
up, Carter? How are you doing, buddy?
Grandma, say hi to Carter.
You watching with
Hi,
your mom?
Carter. Hi. I just saw you a
Carter's
few days ago.
Carter's 2 or is he 3 now? He's 2.
2.
He's a year younger than Jack.
Somebody asked about kitchen cabinets. I definitely suggest, if you can, to spray. If you're going to use a chalk paint, I suggest you use High Bond Primer, and then you can either use like the DIY paint I sell or the Fairy Chalk Mother that I sell, and then finish with a polyacrylic. Someday we'll get a video up on it, but we rent, so our landlord says no. But my neighbor around the corner did hers like a year or 2 ago.
Yeah, they look
and
great.
she used the High Bond Primer, then she used Fairy Chalk Mother, and she sealed with polyacrylic, and they sprayed it all, and they look amazing, and they've held up really well. She's got kids, and she's very particular about things, and they have looked and held up really great. If you're not going to use a chalk paint, then you're going to need to make sure that you sand a lot. And the biggest key, the biggest key is clean, because kitchen cabinets are super greasy. Like, use TSP, scrub all that grease off, and if they're super shiny, maybe even a light sand wouldn't hurt. And then you're going to use the Extra Bond and then your chalk paint of choice. Hopefully it's something I sell on my website, but if not, I totally understand. And then you're going to seal that with polyacrylic, and you're going to be very careful for like the first week after you seal it, and then you're going to be a little careful for about 30 days. After 30 days, that polyacrylic seals hard, and you're good to go.
So I don't know if I mentioned this. If you don't have access to cotton balls, or you live out of the country and there's no such thing as Hobby Lobby, if you live out of the US, we have a video on how to make cotton balls and stems.
Yeah, to all my friends, I know we had somebody said they were on here from Germany. We've got a lot of followers in Australia and the UK. If you can't find cotton stems and you don't have a Hobby Lobby, look up our video. If you have access to pine cones and cotton balls and twigs, you can make your own cotton, and it looks very similar. It does, takes a minute, but if that's what you can get and you want the farmhouse look, you can definitely make it yourself.
I'll try to remember to put the link for that video in the description of this video later once it's not live.
I love what your mom is putting together. The cotton is so pretty.
Yeah.
Aw, good job, Mom. Oh, and Canada, yes. Tons of people from Canada. I won't forget my Canadian friends. You guys just celebrated Thanksgiving. Hopefully it was a good one. Somebody asked, why does water-based poly sometimes turn yellow? So here's the thing. Water-based poly, if you're sealing, will not turn yellow if you're doing light, thin coats. But what can turn yellow is the wood. There's natural tannins and oils in the wood. Sometimes that comes through, and then you have to seal it with shellac. And we have videos on what's called bleed through. Look that up. All the information's in there.
There's a good one if you want to look for it real quick. It's in our Pro Tips playlist on how to control bleed through.
I need.
Let's see, wanting to make the top dark without painting it, Entertainment Center, what color of stain do you recommend? It kind of depends. If you're not going to sand it, then you need to use a gel stain, or you can use, like Fairy Chalk Mother makes one called Noble Brown, and it's very close to a gel stain. It's a chalk paint, and then you won't see the grain. If you want to see the grain really well, then you're going to need to sand the top down and then stain it. Or like today, if you saw my bookshelf I posted on Facebook and Instagram, I did not use a traditional stain. I just took the DIY paint and I watered it way down. I used Old School, which is kind of a gray, and I got a really great weathered oak look. So there's lots of different options for stain.
If you had a really narrow.
All right, so now
Look good.
these are looking real billowy like clouds. Sometimes, because they're raw, you got little leaves and flecks, you got to pick that out, but not a big deal. Doesn't take very long. We got any more questions coming through?
Somebody wants us to come to Dallas Pinners. If the Dallas Pinners works with our schedule, we'll definitely go, because let me tell you something about Dallas Pinners. It has been said by all of my friends that do pinners and are at pinners that Dallas is where it's at. So if we can make it work, we totally will. This year we were doing Arizona pinners, and Dallas and Arizona were only a week apart, so just couldn't make it work. But we will try to make it next year. I am looking at doing, if you're from California, I'm looking at doing the San Diego Pinners Conference next spring. I'm just waiting on one more date to confirm with my girls' dance schedule. Let's see, what would you recommend for a beginner? Okay, so if you're a beginner, I would not recommend milk paint only because you have to mix it, but it is very fun, so definitely don't discount that. I would say either DIY or fairy chalk mother paint. Either one of those go on really well, they coat well, they're very forgiving if you've got any drips or anything, and they're easy to sand out. The nice thing about a good chalk paint or a clay-based paint like DIY is that when you sand it, you're gonna get powder and it's not gonna peel. That's the problem that I find with a lot of the homemade chalk paints, or they sell chalk paint powders that you add to latex. Latex is latex is latex. So no matter how much you're putting in there, it's still latex paint. So sometimes it's hard to get that powdery finish that you're gonna get from a good milk or a good chalk paint. So hopefully that answers your question.
Also, as far as milk paint goes, I love it. It's super random, and I can't do random, so it helps me get that farmhouse look when I'm painting stuff.
Yeah, milk paint is good for people that can't do random. It randoms for him.
I do patterns.
Okay, somebody wants to know about Pinners Conference. So Pinners Conference is not actually associated with Pinterest. It was a couple of people that are from Utah actually, and they wanted to make Pinterest come to life. So if you look up Pinners Conference, just Google it. It'll tell you where all the conferences are going to be. And it's lots of bloggers and DIY bloggers like me. We teach classes, there's booths, and you literally can spend 2 days doing everything you ever thought of on Pinterest. And it's not just crafting, it's also cooking, and there's, what else is there? Oh, fashion blog. There was a class on how to arrange your pillows. So if that's something you need to know, they had that. So it was really awesome. Good food. The people that put it on are super nice and awesome.
My mom's trying to fix my cotton, and she says it's falling apart.
All right.
Now it is because you touched it.
Okay, I think I answered that. How long do you keep a piece a certain color before you repaint it? There's two things. One, it depends on how busy I am. And one, it depends on how long I've been looking at it. It's making me go cross-eyed. I do have to say that having a retail space has allowed me to keep things for longer without losing it, because when it's in my living room, after a week, I'm about done. But, you know, about a month, 2 months, if it's still sitting in the shop, it's taking up real estate, try a different color, a new look. But if I'm super busy, it's just gonna stay that way until I get time. And sometimes, I don't care how long it doesn't sell. If I like the way it looks, it's gonna stick there until somebody buys it, because I don't wanna redo it.
I can't see it.
Yeah, yours looks like an
Yes,
actual
anybody
bush.
can attend Pinners Conference, so we're good for that. Let's see. Somebody said, how long did you start blogging? How long and how did you start blogging or blogging? I started doing YouTube because Zeb wanted to do it. And then my blog is just on my Shopify, and it's not like I spent a lot of time writing it. Mostly my blog is up there, so I can pin it on Pinterest and people can find my YouTube videos. Most of my full DIY tutorials, they're all on YouTube because it's just easy.
The video, Jimmy's a hands-on. She teaches better by showing.
Yeah, and Zeb is a writer. He's actually writing a book right now. I am not a writer. And Zeb tried to write my blog for me.
That went awry.
So YouTube has been a way that I can help give people tutorials without having to write them all out. And people are really enjoying the videos. Most people learn better from watching than from reading. So this is why I decided to use YouTube. Can anyone attend? Anybody can attend Pinners Conference. There is a fee involved. There's different levels. This last time we went, because we were teaching, we were VIPs. We got to go to VIP night, and that was fun. We got a huge bag full of swag and free drinks, and Zeb got a picture with a Tandy candy. If you want to know more about Pinners Conference, we have a video. So when you're done with this live, look up our Pinners Conference video, and you can see all about it, and you can actually watch me teach.
I think the part where you're teaching is only like 5 seconds, though.
Yeah, that's because we were a little. It was my first time.
I was actually helping you too, so I couldn't film.
It was my first time teaching that big of a group, and so I just couldn't. I needed his help. He couldn't be filming. All right, let's see. Do you need to do anything to the cotton to preserve it? No.
Nope, it sits. I mean, it gets a little dusty every now and then, but I just take it outside with the air hose and you got to be careful.
Let's be honest. We just throw it away and get new stuff.
No, I totally took her cotton that was up on the.
You did? When did you
above
do
here.
that?
The last time you asked me
Oh,
to do
if you
it.
hear banging, there's no gunshots. We live in an area where they have a corn bellies, which is a festival for like a corn maze.
It's like a fall festival.
It's a fall festival. We live very close. They do fireworks.
They do
So
fireworks on Friday and Saturday every week for
Yeah,
like
so we have
4
fireworks
weeks
in our front yard basically every
Alright, I
weekend.
need your help tying this again.
Where's my retail space? My retail space is at 1245 West Main Street. Sorry, my dad's coughing.
Allergies.
1245 West Main Street in Lehigh, Utah is where my retail space is. We're about to break down a wall and double my area of the space. And
It's
the,
called Molly's Forget Me Not.
Yeah, Molly's Forget Me Not. And then the rest of the store is full of Molly's things, and her and her husband do an amazing job. So it's kind of fun because it's a husband and wife team that own the shop. The husband does all the
And we can
painting,
stuff
the
it
wife
in.
does all the picking, and then Deb and I are there. So when all 4 of us get together, we have a really good time.
Yeah.
We talk a little too much. Okay, do you sell your furniture local? I sell my furniture on our website. We have something we shipped, and I've shipped a few pieces using UPS, and I am looking to start using UShip. But luckily for me, most of my furniture sells locally, so I haven't had to ship it. But if there was somebody that wanted a piece of my furniture out of state, I would definitely ship it through UShip. But it can be expensive. You're looking anywhere from $200 to upwards of $400 to ship a piece of furniture, depending how far you are from the person that's receiving it. My website is www.jamierayvintage.com.
Oh, grand finale for the fireworks.
Grand finale. All right, are we almost
Quick, I
finished
gotta
here?
run out and watch that. Yeah,
Right.
I'm done. I've got all these jars full, and Mom did her thing there, and so this is real quick an alternative to the stems or like a wreath. You can do a bouquet, put it in a jar, done. Looks great.
Andrea Carhart says photography. So I wonder, do they teach photography at Pinter's conference? Did you see that?
I didn't see a photography
But
class.
I think that there have been. Oh, you know what? Guys, I use an app called Snapseed, S-N-A-P seed. And I took a class at Pinter's conference last year, and it was like 45 minutes. I learned all about how to use this editing app, and it has changed my business because now I can edit my photos on my phone. And that all came because I took one class at Pinter's conference. So there's definitely some business building things that you can get from going to Pinter's.
All right, unless we got more questions, guys, I think we're done. Any
Why
more?
don't you have your own shop? That's because ain't nobody got time for that. I have 5 children. I run a website and I do my YouTube, and running a shop is just way more than I can handle. And you have to be at the shop and hire people and have employees. So for me, it just makes sense to find an existing shop and just use that. And then somebody says, when did you start my website?
It's been 2
No, it's been
We started the
longer than that,
website a little bit before, like right around when I started working with Jamie full
before
time.
that, so probably 3 years ago, and I
Yeah.
started my website because did I start it when I started selling the chalk paint, right?
Yep.
So when I started selling my first brand of paint, which was Fairy Chalk Mother, I started the website so that way I could sell it online, and it was very slow. Probably I would say for the first year and a half because I didn't really know what I was doing. And then it started picking up last spring, and then I hired my niece. When did my niece start working for me?
About I'd say January, 6-7 months ago.
6-7 months ago, I hired.
I guess
my
that's
niece.
10
No,
months
I think
ago
it
now
was-
if it
I
was
think it was
January.
March. March, my niece started working for me, and she made my website amazing. So if you're not very good at running a website, I definitely suggest hiring somebody to help you get your inventory and keep it up to date. Because I would say that our website has what, 10 times?
Yeah, we were doing okay. The website looked all right, but I can do graphic design stuff, but I didn't have time to go in and like fiddle with all the settings and change it every time Jamie uploaded a new product. And
Yeah, so I would say that hiring an assistant to run my website has given me 10 times more revenue. So I definitely suggest if you're not comfortable or don't have the time, like I don't, hire somebody to do it. Somebody asked if we sell these on our website. These are going to be for sale in our shop and at our fall market because we don't get cotton a lot. It's not something we can resource. It won't be on our website, but you can buy the fake cotton on our website at jamierayvintage.com, and we have it by the stem, and then we also carry a jug with cotton in it as well. Sorry if you heard my other daughter just got home, so it's kind of loud.
Yeah, it's hard to reproduce this exact look because this is raw cotton, and the cotton you get from the store, they've wrapped it and that way it stands on like
It looks
a wire
pretty
frame.
close, but it's not quite the same.
Yeah.
And people, when they see it, will say that they think that it's real, but when you get up close, you can tell that it's not. So, all right, I think that's it. Thanks for coming and being with us this Friday. Thanks to Zeb's
It's Saturday.
mom. Oh, it's Saturday. Oh, I'm tired. Thanks for spending your Saturday night with us, and thanks to Zeb's mom. I had somebody said they were glad we included you. So,
Yeah.
all right, have
She
a
was
good
a little
weekend.
nervous to come on, but she's great, isn't she?
Enjoy your Sunday. If it's already Sunday where you live, have a great Sabbath day, and we will see you guys next week.
All right, thanks.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Sorry, I didn't know.